Benvenuto! Welcome to Cherry Hill Home Cooking. My name is Mark. Today we're going to make one of my favorite childhood dishes. It was the only way I would eat broccoli. My grandmother would make this a lot on Friday or during Lent because it's meat-free, but I think it's delicious anytime, of course. All right, so what is it called? Pasta and broccoli. What could be simpler? And, well, the only thing that could be simpler is what you need to make it. So, of course, we need some broccoli, all right? So I've got 2 heads of broccoli, which is maybe about 1.7 pounds. You're going to end up, you want about 1.5 pounds of cut and cooked broccoli florets. I've got 1 pound of whatever your favorite pasta is. This is my favorite pasta. You can use any style you want. You could even use spaghetti. I was going to say except spaghetti, but you could use spaghetti. But typically, because we're going to make a nice little kind of olive oil and Parmesan or Romano cheese sauce, depending upon which you prefer, and it gets inside the pasta. So shells, whatever your favorite pasta is. We need some good extra virgin olive oil. And of course, we want to make sure we use the extra virgin olive oil in this because that's going to give a lot of flavor to the dish. I've got Parmigiano Reggiano cheese grated because that's what I like in this. And then you need some salt and pepper, and we need some garlic. 3-4 cloves of garlic. Last time I bought garlic, it was these huge cloves of garlic. So what I'm going to do with this today, you want to chop it up pretty small because again, this is going to be in the, but I'm going to do it in the little food processor today since I got it right here. So you don't have to make a paste out of it, but you want it chopped up enough that if somebody doesn't get a big chunk of garlic. All right, and as far as the broccoli goes, all you're going to do is cut your stem short. I actually bought this. This is what was like this, so I didn't have a lot of cutting to do. But you want to cut your broccoli florets off to where you, the tender part of the broccoli, so not too much of the stem. All right, I won't make you watch me do all that because I got most of that done. But then, a big one like that, I'd probably cut in half. All right. And like I said, probably cut a small one like that. I will leave it whole. All right, I'm going to finish preparing this. Like I said, this is a really quick dish. One thing we're going to do is we're going to boil our broccoli and then of course cook our pasta. We're going to go over to the range to do that because I need a big pan. Now this is really the only time you're going to slightly cook or overcook broccoli. But again, we'll be back in a bit and get everything in the pot. All right, I've got a big, gigantic pot of rapidly boiling water. All right, now we're going to use this for our broccoli and our pasta, to cook our pasta. So you'll watch this as we go through it, but I don't want you to drain the broccoli out from the pan. So we'll show you what to do. All right, so we've got a rapidly boiling water. We need some good couple tablespoons of sea salt. All right, and then we're just gonna get our broccoli in the pool. So that's, again, the reason I've got so much water in there is we're going to cook our pasta. And as I've told you guys before, 1 pound of pasta, I don't know where that accent came from. 1 pound of pasta will not cook in 2 cups of water. Again, follow the instructions on the package of whatever your favorite pasta is. So this will come back to a boil in a few minutes, and we're going to let that cook for a good 10 minutes. Maybe a little bit less, we'll see. But we really want this to kind of be done. You'll see as we mix it all together, some of the pieces are going to fall apart and get mixed in the pasta and stuff. But we want this cooked to tender. All right, see you back in a few minutes. Okay, we've come back to the boil, and we're gonna let that cook for about 5 minutes, 7 minutes or so. In the meantime, we're gonna start on our little garlic sauce. So I've got my other pot pan here set on medium, and it's a good amount of olive oil. I'm gonna coat the bottom of this pan. So in total, you're probably gonna need, I'm gonna say a fourth of a cup of olive oil by the time we're done. At least 3-4 tablespoons. All right, so this is Berlin. All right, so we got our olive oil in there, and we're gonna get our garlic in. And let that start to cook. And again, like usual garlic, we wanna kind of saute it.
There's no heat in it.
Did I put the wrong burner on? I'm gonna heat. Yep, it's good. It's good, but maybe wasn't as good. See how well Wade is learning? He's gonna be able to cook me dinner. He noticed that didn't start to, that my pan was a little cold. It should have been a little bit warmer.
Like the nozzle are the same.
Oh yeah, yeah, I see, right. Oh, I thought it was because you noticed. All right, well I'm gonna turn it up a little bit in the interest of time. But again, like I said, typically, like when we always cook with garlic, we want, to throw it in on warm with the heated oil. Within a few seconds, you're gonna get that little bubbling like that, and it's going to get fragrant. Then we want to turn it down. Because in this instance, we don't want burnt garlic. So I'll turn it back down to medium. I think our broccoli's just about there. I'm going to give it another 2 minutes or so. In the meantime, I'm going to grab a, what's that called? A ladle. We've talked about this before. I think most ladles that you buy, unless it's marked otherwise, these hold a cup. And we're going to need a little bit of our water that we're cooking our broccoli in here. And then maybe a little bit as we finish it up. All right, that's looking good. I'm going to turn that down just a little bit. And it smells delicious. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to get a fork. Because I want to see how soft my broccoli is. A good size one. Hey, they don't want to come out. Not going to waste it. Perfect. All right.
It's soft.
Yep, it's soft. Yep, it's right soft to the tune. I mean, it's hard to say al dente because you get used to it after a while, after you've cooked something, the way that you want it to be. But yep, it's soft. The best way I describe it is when I put that little piece in my mouth and gave it a bite, kind of all those little broccoli florets broke up. All right, so then we're going to get these into our, and it's going to continue to cook in this a little bit too. So again, we don't want to, we're not going to drain these. We're just going to take them out with the strainer. right, I believe I got them all out. If you didn't, it's not a big deal. So then we'll take these and we're going to give it a little bit of a turn in there, get everything coated. I'm going to turn my heat up to about medium high. And I'm going to take maybe at least a half a ladle of our water. All right, and as we go on to the next step, we'll let that cook. All right, so I'm gonna a little bit more salt in our water because I didn't put in as much as I normally would making pasta, especially for that amount of water, because we want our pasta flavored. And that was probably about 2 heaping tablespoons. All right, so you want to make sure your pot comes back to a boil. And we've got our pasta in there. All right, so I'm going to cook my pasta to al dente. And so the cooking instructions on this pasta is, for a pound of pasta, guys, you need 4, right? I want to make sure it's, no, 6 quarts of water for this particular pasta. So you cannot cook pasta in 2 cups. All right, so, and then for al dente is probably going to be about 12 minutes. Okay, set a timer for 12 minutes.
All right, 12 minutes, starting now.
See you in 12 minutes. All right, our pasta has got about 3 minutes left. At this point, our broccoli's just been kind of sauteing here a little bit. I'm going to give it a quick taste for salt and pepper. Definitely need some salt and pepper because we haven't put it in. Well, we did the salt in the salted water, but all right. So this is to taste. I'm gonna put a good couple pinches of pepper in there. So that's probably gonna be, I would say, half a teaspoon, and a couple pinches of kosher salt. Again, maybe about a teaspoon. We're not gonna add much more to that. We are gonna add our cheese, which will have a little bit of salt in it. So give that a mix. All right, so then also at this point, if you'd like, you could add some crushed red pepper flakes. I'm not going to add that right now. I might add a little bit because it might make it, that makes it too hot for Wade. So, but I might add a little bit. Usually when I'm making anything, you know, that I would put crushed red pepper flakes in, I always just leave it on the table. That way anybody can just season it to their liking. All right, well, unless Wade wants to make you watch boiled water cook the pasta, we'll be back in a minute and a half. All right, let's give it a taste. We'll check for doneness. Perfectly al dente. Hot. It's kind of hard to describe al dente, and I suppose maybe that's, everybody has their own opinion on it. I mean, it means to the tooth, so you should get a little, it should have a little chew. So I'm going to add our pasta right into our broccoli. You can see it's not, you know, like when you boil a cooked pasta too long, it kind of just looks white. You can see it's got, it still has a little bit of color to it. It's a little bit yellow more than white. I have, and it's a family member, so I don't mind telling it. We'll see if she watches this video, but she once told me that she used to test pasta's doneness by throwing it against the wall, and if it stuck, I think she was kidding. but I don't know. Maybe that's something people used to do. I guess the idea behind it is that the starch is, built up enough, and it will stick to a wall or something. I don't know. Anyway, I will say it's a relative by marriage, not by blood. I wouldn't want anyone in my family thinking I accused them of my blood family. That would be, I accuse them of doing that. All right. We're going to take another ladle full of our water. Put it in there, and we're going to give this a stir. Get everything mixed together. Throw one on. Oop, all over me. Oh, well, my stove is clean. That one's not going to mess. And of course, I should have a bigger pan. All right, and we're going to spray. Now, I've got about a cup and a half, 2 cups of Parmigiano Reggiano. You can use, do for however much cheese you want. I'm going to put a little bit more of our water in there. And I'm going to stir it together. Mix it all up. Now, what could be simpler? And we'll sit down shortly and see if it's as delicious as I think it looks. All right, there you go. All right, guys, that is done. I'm going to put it in a pretty plate, and we'll take some pictures, and then we'll eat it. See you in a bit. It's time to eat. Salute. Cheers. All those good things. Nice new vintage or not vintage. Yeah, vintage. That's delicious. All right. Well, let's try our pasta and broccoli. It's gonna be delicious, of course. I put a little red pepper flakes on mine here.
That is delicious.
Now, of course, this would be completely vegetarian. Of course, if you're vegetarian, you eat the cheese, or you could make it vegan by using your favorite Italian cheese substitute. Delicious. Of course, you could also add a nice side salad to this. Some nice bread. We're trying to cut down a little bit, so I'm missing my nice bread, but that's all right. And also, you could certainly fry up some sausages, and do a nice grilled chicken breast. It'd be delicious. But again, we're trying to cut down a little bit on the calories, so I decided we'd splurge on the pasta. Anyway, that's all I got to say.
Please like and subscribe. And check out cherryhillhomecooking.com, and we'll see you on the next video.
Ciao.
Bye.
That's delicious.
It is. I like the way it goes like in between. That's like, yeah. It's better than using spaghetti probably.
Yeah, and then we'll work with shells. We'll do the same. Hold it inside.